Hello, my friends, I'm Zoe and welcome back to my channel. When was the last time you wrote something by hand? Today? Last week? Or last month? When having a meeting or a class or reading a book? Do you prefer to take notes on digital device or by hand? 那不知道大家平时上课学习或者是需要记录的时候，是习惯用笔和纸还是用电子设备来记录呢？其实 App 很多时候记笔记的体系也很纠结，用电脑确实方便搜索，但真的用手写会记得更牢。So today let's read an article from National Geographic, Handwritings versus Typing. Which is better for your brain? You might know the answer, but in this article, there are languages worth explaining. Let's roll. Think back the last time you jotted down a quick note or made a grocery list. Chances are it wasn't with the pen and paper. Over the past decades, keyboards and screens have quietly replaced handwriting in our daily routines. From classrooms to office meetings, some schools around the world have even stopped teaching cursive altogether. Think back to 字面理解啊，回想后面直接接宾语 think back to high school, think back to the childhood, right? Jot down a note is to write a note quickly. 草草的记下一个东西啊。For example, no matter what kind of calendar you use, jot down those notable dates in September. 记下9月份值得注意的日期。回想一下你上次写便条，或者是列买菜清单。Chances are means it's very likely that. 表示一种极有可能啊。For example, chances are she's already heard the news. You'd also say it's very likely that she's already heard the news.Cursive 是一种手写的连体啊 ，cursive writing 可以理解为是花体字。键盘已经取代了手写，很多学校也不再去教授手写体了。Altogether, here it means totally or completely， 完全不教了。For instance, I'm not altogether sure I want that. 我并不完全确定想要那个。Research shows that putting pen to paper offers cognitive benefits that digital tools can replicate.Put pen to paper is an idiom meaning begin to write, 下笔或者是开始写东西。So if you have a specific topic to write, you could use put pen to paper on or about something. She put pen to paper on his next masterpiece. 用笔写下来提供的认知上的好处 offers benefits 是数字工具无法复制的。Replicate is to do something.Again in exactly the same way. 一模一样的复制啊，所以 DNA 的复制是 DNA replication. The researcher tried to replicate the original experiment. 想去复制或者重现最原始的实验。还有一个例子 Can she replicate last year's perfect run? 她能够重现去年的这一系列的成功吗 Run, okay. The perks of writing by hand can partly be attributed to the engagement of multiple senses in a writing process. 手写的好处啊，注意 perk 我们学过了 When it acts as the noun, it means an advantage. 一种优势或者一种福利啊。那你比如说 The job got him exhausted, but the perk is the company offered 3 meals for free. 那虽然这个工作让他很累，但是有个福利就是公司会提供免费的3餐。那这里是说手写的好处啊，或者是手写带来的福利。The perks of writing can be attributed to the engagement. Attribute A to B is owe A to B. Okay, 把 A 归功于 B. For example, he attributes his success to his family. 把他的成功归功于他的家庭。We can put it in the passive voice. His success is attributed to his family. 还有一个长得非常像的词组是 contribute to.That they are different. Contribute to is to add to. 对什么有贡献？那你比如说 smoking contributed to his early death. 这个贡献可以是好的，也有可能是不好的。A study involving 42 adults learning Arabic found that participants who learned letters by writing them down by hand were quicker to recognize them, had neither time naming them.And were better at sounding the newly learned letters out, compared with people who were asked to learn the new characters by typing or by just looking at them. What a sentence! Let's identify its trunk first. 那么这句话的主干是什么呢？ A study found that. 一项研究发现了一个结果。什么样的研究呢？ Involving 24 adults learning Arabic. 那这里的 involving 和 learning 都是做状语了。一项涉及了42个成人学习阿拉伯语的研究，发现了什么呢？继续往下看啊。Found that participant who 一定接了一个定语从句啊，所以我们先不用管它。我们去找 participant 的动词，这里有3个并列的动词啊。Participant were quicker to recognize them， 参与者能够更快的认出这些字。Had an easier time naming them， 更容易说出他们的名字。Were better at sounding the newly learned letters out， 在发音方面也更好。那我们再回过来看 Participant who learned letters by writing them down by hand， 用手写来学习字母的参与者。那你注意了，它的动词用的全部都是比较级啊 ，were quicker, had an easier, and were better， 对吗？所以它一定是和谁在比较。那么后面 compared with people who 又来了一个定语从句啊 ，who were asked to learn the new characters by typing or just by looking at them， 和通过打字或者仅仅是看字母来学习的人相比 ，OK， 那些通过手写的人会更加的 quicker, had easier, and were better。So the conclusion coincides with the concept, the illusion of acquisition we mentioned in the podcast last week. 所以动手还是最重要的。The conclusion was validated by studies and researches from empirical, experimental, and biological perspectives. So if you are interested in these details, you're more than welcome to check out my WeChat account. And I'm Zoe, and I'll see you next time.